Man, this was a holiday weekend for Iowa fans. Kim Mulkey disrespects them, then gets humbled by Auburn. Meanwhile, Iowa embarrasses Indiana the same weekend. This is a really bad loss. They lost to an Auburn team that lost 3 straight conference games. This same Auburn team is one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the country. Offensively, they are near the bottom of the SEC, but somehow they beat LSU? What do you think other teams in the SEC think about this? They know they have an opportunity to get LSU when they come to their home gym. It's hard to replicate a team like Colorado, but a lot of SEC teams can copy and paste Auburn's formula. LSU is going to have some rough road games in a few weeks. Let's talk about the ISO play with Angel Reese. Did the play make any sense? No, it did not. Should Angel Reese be blamed for losing the game? No, she shouldn't. In fact, the only reason it was still a game in the first place is because she was dominating. What LSU and Angel Reese should and shouldn't have done is irrelevant, because the fact of the matter is, the game shouldn't have been this close in the first place. Before the season started, mentioning that LSU has no point guard, and that would cause problems, means you were a hater. Before the season, the narrative was, LSU doesn't need Alexis Morris. They got Haley Van Lith. She's going to learn to be a point guard. Guess what position LSU is struggling with right now? That's not an accident. If you mentioned that chemistry would be an issue, you were once again considered a hater. Right now, LSU's chemistry is as good as actors in a Tubi movie. It's funny because there's some LSU fans that completely disrespected Poole and Samaya Smith, talking nonsense about how they don't matter and it won't make a difference. You can tell which LSU fans were fans before the championship and the ones that joined in the offseason, because old school fans would never disrespect players that helped them win a national championship. A lot of people owe Jeff Waltz an apology. You had people questioning this man's character when HVL entered the transfer portal. You had people saying Haley Van Lith was the only reason Louisville was good and they were going to fall off. I have no idea how that narrative became popular in the first place, but whatever. You had people questioning his coaching ability because he wouldn't let her play point. He was supposedly holding Haley Van Lith back. Before she left for LSU, she was projected as a top 7 pick. Now honestly, I don't even know. That's how bad it's looking right now. Louisville lost a player who ESPN had as the #1 player in the transfer portal. You had people saying she wants to join a program where she can actually win, but Louisville is 15-2. Very similar to LSU's 16 wins and 2 losses. The math ain't mathing. A lot of people did not like the fact I said this team wasn't as good as last year's. LSU has 2 losses right now. That's how many losses they had the entirety of last season. There are people saying that Haley should have stayed at Louisville. If you ask me, I think she should have went to Stanford. She had great chemistry with Cameron in the off-season USA stuff, and she could have got an Ivy-level education. Not to mention, Stanford badly needs a guard that score the basketball. It was the perfect fit. I want to see more games before overreacting, but it seems like LSU is a different team when they exit Baton Rouge. Might have something to do with the fact they somehow shoot nearly double the amount of free throws than their opponents in that building. We're about to learn a lot about LSU in their 4-game stretch coming up. We're about to find out if they are contenders or pretenders. I'll definitely revisit this topic at the end of this month. Thanks for watching.